Good evening. I'm Spot On Weather meteorologist Matthew Euler, and as promised, I'm going to go ahead and give a winter weather update, the winter storm that's coming up this Saturday. So we're going to go and I'm going to break down what's going to happen here with this upcoming storm system. All right, so what we're looking at right now for winter storm totals, okay, what we expect is an area of low pressure to move up along the southeast coast. And we're going to have plenty of cold air in place. We're going to have Arctic air moving in on the backside. It's already going to be moving into the area and in place. All right. And we're going to have a very big winter storm in the Southeast Virginia area overnight, Friday night, in all the way through Saturday early evening is the main impacts of the storm. So what we're expecting then is the main impacts from Friday evening, Friday night, into Saturday evening or night, and we're expecting a total of 4 to 8 inches of snow on the south side, and that would include the cities of Chesapeake, Virginia Beach primarily. The closer you are located to the North Carolina border, the higher the potential for snow totals. 3 to 6 inches for Newport News and Hampton. So the peninsula area, that's what we're expecting. Now the storm will initially start out, as a mix of snow and sleet, and it'll start about 1 a.m. and the mixture will last until about 4 a.m. on Saturday morning before everybody wakes up. It's going to become all snow between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. on Saturday morning, and the heaviest period of snow will be between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Now the snow will taper off. It's going to taper off by 10 p.m. All right, and just a reminder to everybody, the smallest shifts in the storm track could significantly raise or lower the snowfall estimates. All right, so this is still subject to change the totals. There is a potential to get even more than what we have listed here, the 4 to 8 inches on the south side, Chesapeake and Virginia Beach. This purple shading on this chart here shows the total snowfall amounts that we're expecting, and this purple shading does indicate the 4 to 8 inches, by the way. We're expecting lighter amounts the farther north and west you go, with the storm mainly to the southeast off the Carolinas, and then it's going to pull out to sea. All right, and then we're going to get really cold behind this storm system. It's also going to be very windy on Saturday. We're expecting winds from the north, generally 20 to 25 miles per hour with gusts of 35. And so what's real interesting about that is you get the strong northerly winds to go down the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay. And when that happens, the colder winds over basically aloft at about 5,000 feet, those are running over much warmer, well, I can't say much warmer, but relatively warmer waters of the Chesapeake Bay. The Chesapeake Bay right now has a temperature of around 44, 45 degrees. And the temperatures at about 5,000 feet are going to be in the negatives. So we're expecting on the backside of the storm as it pulls away, with the flow from the north-northeast and the basically north to north-northeast, we're expecting a lot of wind to blow down the fetch or the distance of the Chesapeake Bay and pick up more warmth and moisture. And that could result in an additional 1 to 2 inches. It depends on where it's called a bay streamer. It's basically a line of snow sets up. So that could be an additional 1 to 2 inches on top of these snow totals right here, especially to the south side. It would mainly apply to the south side, the additional 1 to 2 inches, based on the orientation of the wind and the Chesapeake Bay. Again, folks, this is going to be a pretty big impact event. It looks like it's still on track to happen. If there's any significant changes, we'll go ahead and do another video from Spot On Weather. Just want to let everybody know to prepare for a fairly significant winter storm this Saturday, the 7th of January. Hard to believe it was 62 degrees today, and we're talking about this type of event on Saturday. Behind this system, again, I will mention it's going to be very cold. We're only expecting highs to be in the upper 20s to near 30. Basically, on Saturday when it's snowing, and then also on Sunday. So once the snow falls, it's not going to really melt all that much. It's gonna be a bit. Side roads are really going to be probably in the worst shape. So this is going to cause a lot of disruptions to traveling around the Hampton Roads area. And again, any shift in the track, either further southeast or further northwest, will result in considerable differences in snow totals. So that's all I've got for now here at Spot On Weather. I'm meteorologist Matthew Euler. Here's my latest storm update. And, like I said, if anything changes, we'll go ahead and cut another video and we'll keep you up to date. Stay tuned to Spot On Weather for more. Have a great Wednesday evening. And just remember, with Spot On Weather, if we're not spot on, we're not doing it right. Have a great evening, everyone.